is texting me? Are you guys ready for an intuitive message? Because I am. Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Jess from Behatilife. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm working on readings, and this message came through, and I had to share it with you guys. So I'm hoping and I'm setting the intention that wherever you are right now in this moment, that this message reaches you with perfect timing, despite any circumstances, despite any obstacles, just like anything else that it is that you're manifesting, that it comes to you with divine timing always, always, always. So the number 333 has been coming through all day. And it's not only been coming through for my clients, but it's been coming through for myself. And I just had to sit with that. I had to sit with that. I had to sit with that. Not only has it been the number 333 that has been coming through, but the Justice card. And I really had to sit with that, because when the Justice card kept on repeating itself for myself, and then I would see it for my clients a lot, I of course know what the Justice card means, but sometimes the meaning shifts and changes depending on what's going on around us, because the tarot is trying to reveal a message, or your spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, your guides are trying to reveal a message in the ways that they can. And if you're working with the tarot, then it has a high chance of revealing a message through the tarot for you. So when I pulled the Justice card, right, normally this card is connected to balance and harmony and fairness, so weighing the pros and cons. But what came through when I sat with it, because I was like, okay, Justice keeps coming through, 333 keeps coming through, what's going on? And what dawned on me and what I heard was cause and effect, and this connection to karma, but not karma to punish, but to reward. And what I see is my tribe and those that are listening to this video now. It's almost as if you're coming to a point in your life where you've made a resolution, where you've made a decision. There is a deciding moment, a moment in your life, and it's right here, right now, where you're standing and you have to decide, do I walk down left road or do I walk down right road? And ultimately, you have to decide what feels right for you, and subconsciously and intuitively, you already know what the right way is. Sometimes the right way is not the easiest way, but it's the way that you have to take. Sometimes the right way that you need to take is something that scares the shit out of you, but you know that you need to do it. So what ends up happening is when you are at this fork in the road, what I want you to do is to visualize the ultimate dream life for yourself, and to leave no stone unturned. Go really deep into your soul and really deep into what you really have always wanted and always desired in all areas of your life. That's what I mean by leaving no stone unturned. And what I don't want you to do is to limit yourself, or to think that this dream that I have, or this thing that I see for myself, is too good or too great to come true. Because when I saw the Justice card, and when I saw 333, and I put the pieces of the puzzle together, and I listened to my intuition, and I pulled those messages, it said that there's a glass ceiling. That there's a glass ceiling of what we can perceive, how good it can get, because as human beings, we think on logic terms a lot of times. We think on what we can understand, what we can comprehend. But I've said this time and time again, that human beings can't comprehend all of the spiritual world all of the time, or all of the universe. We don't even understand all of the universe right now. We're learning, we're discovering, but there's still so much more that needs to be discovered. And there's things that happen below the scenes, under the radar, that fly under the radar, that we miss, that are happening on our behalf, or working for us and against us. And that's energy, and the tool that we have to signal to us and to speak to us is always our intuition. And that's why for years, for centuries, society and cultures have in a lot of ways diminished. Some cultures have tried to diminish people from using their intuition, because if a person is using their intuition, they step outside of the norm. and it's hard to control the norm because you're not making decisions based upon what the rest of the world is telling you. You're making decisions based upon what your soul and your spirit is telling you, and that doesn't serve the greater good or whoever is in control in that moment and is calling the shots, because they have an ulterior motive for you. So what I see is you coming to this fork in this road, and at this fork, it's not a test to test you to see if you'll pass or fail. It is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to step into a space of Empress vibes, of receiving, of fruition, of bearing the fruits of your labor and reaping the reward, all because you have set the intention, you put it out there, you placed it out there, cause and effect. Because I did this, I made an effect. There was a ripple effect. So I did write down some notes, and I'm going to read them out to you and tell you what it is that I saw. You guys know that when I receive a message, I write it down because I will forget. And the more that I talk about it, the more that usually comes through. So what I saw originally was the word cause and effect linked to the Justice card and the number 333, which most times is connected to like Holy Trinity and Matt. Sorry guys, per usual, I blew the energy out of my camera. But I'm sure you're accustomed to that by now. But what I was saying was when we have 333, we have Holy Trinity, we have manifestation, we have things coming in. And effortless. It's like the Empress always. This is where it's like that trine in the universe where things are just so easy and they just flow. You don't have to fight, you don't have to force. It just comes straight in. But that brings me right back to what it was that I said originally, which is cause and effect. If you're not writing down, and if you're not speaking into existence, if you're not praying for the things that it is that your heart desires, then the effect is you won't receive it. Why is that? Well, because the universe works in a way that there's a lot of free will involved, and your angels, your guides, God, the higher power, it needs you to step into a space where you actually have the faith to ask for the things that it is that you want and that you desire. The more that you ask for what you want, and the more that you set the tone and set the intention for what it is that you want, and the more that the universe rewards you, the more that your faith is lifted. Sometimes and it's for your highest and greatest good for you to ask for what it is that you want. Maybe you have to start small, but it doesn't matter. At least you start somewhere. So the universe is, I don't want to say that it's rewarded, but it has a lot to gain by giving you the desires of your heart, because you then enter more into a space of faith and trust and rely on something larger than yourself than you trying to do it all by yourself. So what I see is there is a divine set of things that are placed within your heart that are placed there for a reason. And what I want for you guys to do is, once you get to that fork in the road, that you sit there for a moment and you just pause and you visualize and you accept the idea that maybe your soul has something deep within you that knows that you want it so badly, and is pulling you and pushing you into a certain direction because it knows how good that this can get for you. Now remember, there's certain things that are like an undercurrent that happens under the radar that we don't recognize half the time, and our intuition speaks to us. But because of that, there's situations that you'll be guided away from, and situations that you will be guided into, all because your soul, your compass, your inner compass, your heart, your intuition, your guides are telling you that there's something far beyond what it is that you even, thought to even ask for sometimes. So not only are you in tune with what it is that you want, but you're flowing and you're allowing yourself to, at this fork in the road, make the decision to open up to the potential that maybe there's something out there that is bigger than what it is that you even thought for yourself. And what I want you to do is to listen to the 333. Listen to the symbol of 333. And as I say this now, I'm sure that you could, maybe it's 333. Oh shit. Yo, sorry. I thought it really was 333 on the clock. I was about to be like, what? But yeah, at the time of me saying it, 333, look at the clock and look at the time or look for signs, and it will start revealing itself to you easily. So, and those are signs too that there's something happening there. That there's little synchronicities and little nuances that are creating shifts, especially now, right now, with everything that's going on in the skies, cosmically. It's all impacting us here down on Earth. I wrote down that the divine wants so much for your life, more than you can imagine. Also, that came through is your soul wants to give you more than you can imagine. And circumstances are changing within you, right? So what I'm seeing is a shift within people and a shift within you also at this fork in the road. So when you take this time out for yourself, and you may have already felt it before you even got to the fork in the road, before you even got to the situation, but you have been uncomfortable, you've been made to feel uncomfortable, or you feel like something is happening, that there's energy around you, or whatever the case is. You know that there's something on the horizon, or you're miserable, whatever it is, there is a feeling that it has you on edge, whether that feel positive or whether it feel bad or make you uncomfortable. I'm not going to use the word bad, but it makes you uncomfortable. And what happens is that this is an internal, when there's an internal shift within you and your perspective changes, it's a ripple effect, and it goes out into the external. And what ends up happening is that the external ends up shifting and arranging itself in order to meet and match your internal. And this is real rap raw. I'm not making this up. This is real. It happens to everything and everyone. It's kind of considered the laws of attraction, is what everyone was talking about when The Secret came out and took the world by storm, because people started realizing that I do have some type of control. So what I see is that there's circumstances that are changing internally, that are changing within you in order to match what is out there. So your soul, your intuition, and also your guides, they'll start sending you signs and signals. You'll start feeling uncomfortable. You'll start feeling miserable. You'll start noticing certain things within your relationship or within your life or within your health that are signaling that what is going on right now is changing and shifting. And because of that, because there's a shift that's happening within you, it's time for you to meet that fork in the road and sit there for a moment and realize and ask yourself, what is it that I want? What is it that I truly want? And not limit yourself when it comes to what is next. Then when the path unfolds, because we're not rushing this, we're not trying to force our way into a decision, force our way down a road, or force a path to open, because it doesn't work that way. But when you have set the intention and when you have set the tone, then that path will open up and you will be pulled back into the direction of exactly where it is that you need to go. But the way to do this is to be effortless. The way to do that is to connect with that trine energy, which is that Holy Trinity. The trine within the astrology is when 3 planets meet into this little triangle aspect, and that's where it's just like easy, effortless birth. It's like literally, it's like a birth canal, and you just shoot right through. It's so easy and it's so effortless. So that's the message that came through. Also, with cause and effect and the Justice card, you really have to think about like balance, and I can't ignore the fact that the universe wants things to be fair. And if you have if you haven't had your fair share, if you have been without, if you have been in lack, if you've been giving and giving and giving and doing the most and hoping for the best and receiving less than what it is that you deserve, then 333, now is your time, okay? So make sure that when you get to this fork in the road that you actually do take the time out to work on manifestation, to reconnect with your heart's truest desires, that you set the intention and you don't hit that glass ceiling. You don't think, okay, this is as good as it gets. Think, okay, this is amazing. I remember one time when before Behatilife was even what it was, and before I was even considered the Astro and Tarot Queen, I set the intention for, I just wanted to shop, and I wanted to do what it is that I loved, and I wanted to look a certain way. And as I was setting the intention, my spirit guides, my intuition, everything told me to shut up. And I was like, what? What do you mean shut up? I'm setting my intentions. And it was like, shh, 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 shh. And I was like, okay, what's up? And I listened, and it said, what I have for you is bigger than what you're even asking for. And when I heard that, I was like, but I'm asking for a lot. And it's like, shh, shh. I'm not kidding. I'm not making this up. it's a little bit of exaggeration because the universe and my guides, they don't talk to me like but it's energy. It's very powerful and it comes very strong and it's a clear conversation that we have. So I was just like, okay, what? I'm listening. And it says, what I have for you is bigger than what it is that you're asking for. And I need you to be open for it. I need you to be ready. And I remember afterwards being like, sitting back and being like, oh shit. Wow. It never dawned on me that it could get bigger and better, because what I thought was going to be so amazing for myself is not even all of what the universe had for me, and my own, I just didn't even think about it. It didn't even dawn on me, let alone, if it didn't dawn on me, then how could I have even asked for it, because I didn't even know to ask for it. But when I heard that, and what I see for you, and what I see for us now, and what I'm seeing around us is exactly the same message that I received for myself in that very moment. What I have for you is bigger than what you could even imagine and think is possible for you. But I want you to ask for the desires of your heart, but I also want you to be open to the infinite potential that can happen, because we are manifesting right now something so incredible for you. So that's what I have for you guys, my loves. Thank you so much for being a part of my tribe. Thank you so much for being a part of me and my family, my love, my life, my work. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your comments. Thank you for telling your friends about me. Thank you for following me on Instagram. It's just, every day it blows my freaking mind, and I can't imagine what is ahead of us, what's ahead for you. Please keep me posted, because if I'm being called to do this, to share these messages, to stop what I'm doing and to focus on sharing these messages, then that means that there's something great ahead of you, and I cannot wait to see what you do. I can't wait to see what manifests. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. And all I ask is that you just keep commenting, that you keep sharing, that you keep letting me know, that you let your tribe know, because when others see it, it encourages them. Don't hold on to this all by yourself. Like, please don't. Share it. Share it in the comments. This is a sacred space, even though there's some weirdos that come in every once in a while, but they really don't cramp our style, because what we have is stronger than what they have, always. So thank you guys so much, and make sure that you're subscribed, because there's plenty more videos where this came from. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.